He's been called the Oracle of Omaha, the Sage of Nebraska, and from a young age, he knew he would be rich.
I could figure out when I was 10, if I had a fairly long life, I was going to end up with a lot of money.
He was right. 70 years later, he was the richest man in the world, a tycoon with a rock star aura.
I've never known anyone as focused as he is. It's amazing. He wants to be the best he can be at what he's doing. And what he's doing happens to make a lot of money.
Warren's very young and energetic. Warren is super interested in the latest things going on, and there's so much that you just absorb from Warren's approach to things.
But among all those winning bets, there have also been dramatic brushes with financial disaster.
Both the company and I personally promised Treasury that we would aggressively help them in finding out anything we've done wrong in the past and to make very sure that it doesn't happen in the future.
I was scared. I was scared stiff. There were a lot of people that wanted us to go out of business over that weekend, and I didn't know what was going to happen.
And behind his folksy demeanor, there's one of America's shrewdest and toughest businessmen.
You don't make $40 billion by being Mr. Rogers or by being one of the Muppets. Warren takes no prisoners when it comes to a negotiation. He uses every bit of leverage that he can.
This is going to be one of those days that lingers in the mind.
The Dow was down 200 or 300.
Nobody knows what's in these bundles.
A Category 5 test of our financial life.
It was a terrifying moment in U.S. financial history. In 2008, some of Wall Street's biggest banks and investment firms were about to fail, threatening to take much of the world's economy down with them. Inside the citadels of money and power, desperate calls for help went out to the same person, as dramatized in this HBO TV movie.
We're thinking of reaching out to Warren Buffett.
Great.
You and Buffett go back, right? Do me a favor and call him. Tell him leaving is rock solid.
During the days that the financial crisis was unfolding, he was viewed as the go-to person. If you're in trouble, Warren Buffett can save you.
For most of his life, Buffett avoided the Wall Street ways of risky speculation. In fact, he stayed far away from Wall Street itself.
Warren really is a product of Omaha, especially in the era that he grew up there. The virtues of modesty, thrift, plain-spokenness, and Warren really exemplifies those.
Warren Buffett still lives and works just a short distance from where he was born in 1930. And it was here in Omaha that he began his obsession with all things financial.
It hit me right away. It was like kids that like to play the piano early or something of the sort. I always liked numbers. I knew I was going to be interested in stocks the rest of my life, but probably at the time I was, 8 or 9. I used to keep charts on all kinds of stocks when I was that age. My aunt gave me a world almanac, so I memorized the population of all cities of any real size. But I just like numbers. It was not limited to business numbers at all.
Buffett also had the uncanny ability to remember all those numbers and how they fit into the big picture, a skill that would be the bedrock of his later success. Former Wall Street analyst Alice Schroeder is the author of The Snowball, Buffett's authorized life story.
Warren grew up in the Great Depression. The family did not have money at all because his father had lost his job as a stockbroker. And so around the dinner table, money was what they talked about.
But Buffett wanted to do more than talk.
My grandfather had a grocery store, and I used to buy Coca-Cola from him in 6-packs for